Let's start off today in bound angle pose. But if you have your blanket, bring your blanket into it and give yourself a little extra roll. And then you can lie down either with the blanket in line with your spine or across your spine for a little bit of a heart opener feel. And why not? Let's make sure that you have comfort in your neck as you come back. And then lying back, you can use your blanket, use your block for comfort, knees open wide, and then one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. And the hand on your chest, bring it down to your diaphragm, to that little umbrella of your ribs. And long, slow breath, really feel your belly expand and relax as you breathe. Lying back, easing into your day. Feel the stretch and just come to this place of gratitude. Gratitude for this day we've been given. What magic will you create today? Slow, easy breath. We'll be here for a moment or two. Just really get into your own rhythm. Sink in. Another moment here. Slow your breath down. Relax your face. Let your knees come together. Walk your feet out, let the knees knock together and just feel that little counter stretch. And ease yourself off your blanket and back down to the earth, flat on your back this time. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of love. Roll your ankles one way and then the other. And bring your feet down to the earth and find your rolled blanket one more time. Rolled blanket or a nice pillow. Bring it under your hips and stretch your legs forward and really find a little stretch there through the hip flexors. Stretch your arms up overhead, a long full body stretch. And once again, ease yourself off the blanket. Rock and roll your way up to a seated position. Nice, easy pose, hands to your knees. And inhale, go forward, rolling in a nice circle from the tailbone, the sit bones, the pelvis. Just be here, opening up the spine and connecting to your breath. And roll the other way. And come back on up. And as though you're crossing your arms in front of you, cross your arms behind you. Hold on to the elbows. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. And then tuck your chin to your chest. A few breaths in this lovely neck stretch. Really feel the sides of your neck lengthening. Expanding the breath on the inhale. And releasing your junk on the exhale. And face back up. Release the arms, lean back, change the cross of your legs. Walk your fingertips out until they're barely touching the earth so that you really have this reach and this stretch through the sides of the neck already. And tuck your chin in again, feel the stretch. And then right ear to right shoulder. Back through center, left ear, left shoulder. And just do this a few times. Then lift back to center, and we're going to move with the flow of our breath here in some side stretches. So left finger's reaching out, right arm reaches up on an inhale, and you're filling the lungs up as you stretch over. Exhale up and over as you switch, and then inhale as you reach. Get into your rhythm. We're going to be here for a few rounds of this so you can really go with your breath. You're exhaling through center so that as you reach and stretch into your physical rib cage and the intercostal muscles, you're pulling that breath in and really becoming bigger in your capacity for breath. And just go here, eyes closed. Feel the balance of pressing into the sit bones. A few more. Exhaling through center, inhale, stretch. Come back through center, cross your arms behind your back, and this time slowly fold forward just as you can. Chest going out over the shins. Slow, deep breath into the back of your body, your ribs, your kidneys, your spine. And slowly come on up, release. Blanket can come under your knees now in a nice flat manner instead of rolled. And move here in some cat-cow just to further get into the spine. Turn your fingers out just a little. Fingers pressing in, almost gripping the mat, gripping the earth. Wag your tail a few times and then go with your breath in cat-cow. Be very intuitive here. Let it be a little spinal dance for you. And just remember that inhale, you're stretching your lungs open, bringing freshness in. And exhaling, getting rid of your tiredness, your stagnancy. Just go with the flow of your breath. Spending longer times in these individual flows today, just to really give yourself a chance to dance to your own rhythm, move with your own rhythm. Take about 5 more rounds. Slow it down. Back to tabletop. Then walk your hands up so that you're in a nice kneeling position. Tuck your toes under and then scoot your knees back so that you feel this stretch through the toes, the ball mounds, the bottoms of the feet, into the Achilles tendons, into your calves. Hands to your hips, or just cross your arms behind your back and see if you can grab opposite elbows, or grab the elbows the opposite way than you've been doing. Shoulders really far away from the ears. And just pause here. Lift your heart a little, pressing the hips forward, a little balance as you stretch. And relax, feet down. Hands to your hips, and you can have your blocks handy here. We're going to move in and out of low lunge, staying on one side. So shift the weight to the left leg and bring your right foot out. And that's a big move. That's a nice big balance move on all those muscles we've been working this week to lift the front of our leg. Foot down and then lunge in, and your lunge might look like this, where you're more of a upright lunger. Hands can come to your thigh, and you exhale and press forward. Inhale, release your lunge. Exhale, press forward. If you're feeling really balanced today, you can bring arms to gratitude arms. You're inhaling as you lift away, exhaling as you sink in. And just stay here, several more rounds of slow, easy breath. Give yourself a chance to sink in. Lunge forward, hands to your thigh, shoulders back and down, and lift through the sternum. 5 slow breaths here in a stillness. Feet pressing in, hug everything midline. Open your heart. Slowly shift back, find your center. Release the hips a little. Just wiggle. Shift over to the right, left foot comes forward. And several times just come in and out of your lunge. Hands on the hips, on the thigh, or up in gratitude arms, lifting the heart, palms wide. Keep your heart lifted and just remember the body really relaxes. The muscles relax as we exhale. So use that to your advantage. One more lunge. Hold your lunge, hands to the thigh, and then lift up even more into that little back bend. Sinking into your lunge. And shift back. Knees together. And walk yourself out into puppy pose, arms reaching out to the front of the mat. Hips stay over the knees, and it's a feeling that you're melting your heart, your chest, and your armpits to the earth. If you come to a place where forehead or chin can rest, please feel free. And several slow breaths here. This is nicknamed puppy pose, but truly this is in Sanskrit, it's called Anahata Asana. Anahata, your heart. This is the heart melting pose. What are you grateful for? Melt your heart to the heart of the earth. Get connected to this moment. Slowly walk back and in. Make your way into downward facing dog. Stretch into the back of your body. Take a few open mouth exhales and just be intuitive here about where your body needs a little stretch. And moving your blanket out of the way, step forward, forward fold. And then half lift, inhale. Knees can bend quite a bit. Exhale, fold. All the way up, press through the feet, reach. And pull your hands to your heart. Give your palm, bring your palms together and send your fingers stretching back. And give yourself a little rolling of the palms there, a little warming up of that extension of your heart. And then press your fingertips together, bringing the palms away, and have a little finger stretch. And step to the top of your mat, hands at your sides. Be connected to that little tingling that you feel in your palms. And feeling nice and light, we'll move here through Sun A. Just methodically moving, finding breath, finding strength. Press into your feet, tailbone pressing down to the earth. And leading with your hands, feel very light and led by that heart energy. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Surround yourself with that love. Exhale, fold in, grateful. Half lift, hands to your shins, lengthen out. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, plank pose, palms pressing into the earth now, shoulders relaxed. As you exhale, shift a little forward and lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. Press back, child's pose. Stretch the arms forward. 5 breaths. One breath in downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step up and fold. Half lift, hand slide to your shins, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. All the way up, reach, palms pressed together. And pull that loving energy to your heart. Inhale, surround yourself with love, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Half lift, lengthen. And exhale, bend the knees, step back, plank pose, extra inhale, palms pressing in. Exhale, shift a little forward, knees can come down and lower. Lift your heart, hips press in. Child's pose, 5 breaths. Feel free to take dog pose if you'd prefer. Coming to this place of calm, stillness, but stay connected to your breath. 2 more. Slowly come up, downward dog for a breath. Grip the mat with the fingers, chest pressing toward the thighs, hips reaching. And knees bend, inhale, look up. Exhale, step up, fold in. Half lift. Fold in, knees can bend. All the way up, reach, palms press together, and pull your hands to your heart. Let's take 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Half lift, lengthen out. Exhale, step back. No rush. We'll take an extra inhale in plank. And exhale, slowly lower. Heart lifts. And press back, child's pose. And move on up into tabletop position. Knees wide, hands wide. So a very wide tabletop position. And just shift the weight a little bit in your hips. Feel that connection, the connections of your hips open up. And then come up into a tall kneeling position for a moment. Bring your hands together and rub the palms. Again, that circle palm, the fingers reaching away from each other. Just recharging into that extension of our heart. And then fingers pressed together, palms apart, just making this little shape. We'll call it a shape. And then reach forward. Tabletop, hands wide. Right hand presses in. Left arm reaches up as you inhale. And working with the flow of your breath, exhale, dive through, thread the needle, don't land. Make sure you're really dipping down into this so that you get that benefit of the inversion. Inhale, reach up. And go with your breath. Exhale, dive through, but don't land. Feel the twist. Feel the dip of your heart under your hips. And just go here. Close your eyes. Really imagine that you're just drawing this heart energy of protection all around you. One more. Dive through and land. Rest in your thread the needle. Left shoulder and ear to the earth. Right hand can support you or reach up and wrap behind. Unwind. Come back, tabletop. Nice wide arms. And second side. Inhale, right arm reaches, opening your twist. Exhale, dive through. Closing your twist, diving through. Just move here with the breath. So good for your spine, your digestion, your heart, your mood. Just go for it. Two more. Dive through and land in your thread the needle pose. Right shoulder pressing in, right ear pressing in. Left arm can support you or wrap behind. Feel the stretch through the scap and the trap. Breathe deeply into your belly. We are in an inverted twist. Absolute deliciousness for your whole body. Back to center. And stretch back either child's pose or dog pose. Breathe. Come back on up. Tall kneeling position. You can have your blanket underneath you. Turn sideways on your mat or coming into a gate pose. That way both your foot can stay on the mat with you. Shift the weight to the left. Send that right foot out. And it's this nice stretch already. Toes can press forward or out. It really is your choice. Right hand rests lightly on the right thigh. Left arm reaches up. Really stretch through the side of the ribs and then press over into your side stretch. Support yourself with that right hand. Open the heart. Lift toward the sky. And breathe here in this beautiful side body stretch. Inner thighs stretch. Where are you feeling it? Back to center. Pull that right leg in. Send the left leg out. Left hand rests on the thigh, right arm reaches. Stretch through your ribs and then press over. Heart stays open. And back to center. Pull that left leg in. And then come on up and around to grounding pose. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll gently here, side to side. Stay here or press up for a happy baby. You can grab the sides of your feet, your big toes, or your ankles, shins, knees pressing down toward the earth, tailbone pressing down toward the earth. And you can rock gently here, side to side as well. Release the feet down. Arms to a T shape and drop knees to the right. Take a few breaths in a twist. Turn and look over the left shoulder. And back to center. Knees drop left, face right. Take a few breaths. And back to center. Stretch yourself out for Shavasana. Coming to this place of stillness and rest. Relaxing into your limbs, sinking into the earth. Just come back to that energy at your palms as you lie here, slowing the breath down, softening the face. See if you can feel that tingle at your palms, into your fingers. Feel the air moving around. And just soften into this place of healing. We pause at the beginning of class. We pause at the end of class to take that moment and heal. So just breathe here in your own magic. And start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms and legs. Then hug your knees in. Roll on up to a seated pose. And then do your little palm circle one more time before you bring your hands to your heart. Turn your circles the other way. And then hands at your heart in this gesture of gratitude. I really just ask you to believe in yourself today. Let's end class with the sound of 3 ohms. Grateful for this moment. Inhale. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste.